The Worlds Within, Fall Issue 2021. Written by Emily Jones, Joseph Graves, and Devon Ortega. Narrated by Angus Freathy. Borracho by Devon Ortega. The irony that Maximon was incorruptible was not lost on me. The patron saint of drunks and thieves, philandering borracho that he was, should have been rotten to dust centuries ago. Yet, generation after generation, he has remained, the flesh as unblemished as the day he died, incorruptible, perhaps, because he lived his life in absolute corruption. He got all the rot out before he was killed, so his body could remain ad infinitum. Well, what was left of his body, anyway. Maximon's torso was what remained, his limbs severed from his body in retribution for seducing all of the village wives, while the men were out tending the fields. At least, that was the legend grandmother passed down to me from when I was very young. "Keep your dick in your pants, mijo," grandmother said, smoking a cigarillo out of the corner of her mouth while she watched Murray Povich on the 12-inch. An ash dropped off the tip and bounced down her breasts and settled in her lap. She brushed it away absent-mindedly. "These pendejos need to make an offering to Maximon." Should I ever step out of line, grandmother would pinch me by an ear and march me down the stairs to the basement, then down the narrower stairs to the lower cellar, our positions changing naturally from muscle memory as grandmother pinched my ear, and we went from side by side to single file to reach the basement reliquary, the darkness not as much swallowing us as it was allowing us to slide down its throat. Once we reached the cobbled stone floor of the basement, grandmother would switch on the lights, the electric candles glinting their reflections of fake flames on the filigreed golden shrine of Maximon. "Kneel," she would say, reaching for her flask and drinking deeply. We would kneel in front of Maximon, his torso propped up on pillows and his chin resting on his chest as he looked down on us through black sunglasses, his dark mouth shadowed by a thick, glossy moustache. She would then place the open flask between Maximon's parted lips. I was always curious about where the liquid Maximon drank went, but was never stupid enough to ask. I knew Maximon was holy, evil but holy, and questioning his ability to drink, even after death, was sacrilege. I didn't want to incur grandmother's anger, and I certainly didn't want to be forced by her to apologize to a corpse. The cellar smelled like an underground tavern. Wet earth, tobacco, alcohol, with a...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?